So if you see in this data set, I might only need positive and negative scores. I'm not interested what is the nationality of the person. I'm not interested hotel address. I'm not interested in hotel's name. I just want to see what people feel about particular services of particular hotel or overall about hotels. So to do that, I'm going to join my two columns. So to join two columns, basically I am giving them name, that is my data frame name, review underscore df, and then I'm going to create another column that's name would be review, and what value will be in that column, review, negative review and positive review. So I am concatenating these two reviews in single column, and column name would be review, right? So all right. So next, I need to basically add this basically bad review labeling and good review labeling. In my dataset, these values are not existing, which means my dataset is not labeled. You must heard about, like, when we use supervised learning model, we need to have labeled dataset. So how we label dataset? First method is do that manually. So you can basically use it manually, by adding reading the review and then adding whether it is positive or negative. And the other could be just this method, like if the rating is less than 5, so add 0. If uh, rating is greater than 5, add 5. So I am using this method just to save time. So review underscore df is bad review, that is again a data frame, and in that sorry, that is again a column. In that column I am going to add the values, basically reviewers underscore score that apply, that is a lambda function which returns, it is a lambda function returns just if else statement. So apply x, uh, x is equal to 1 if x is less than 5, else 0. So x is equal to 1 mean it is negative, or 0 mean it is positive, right? So we have basically created another column along with labeling, and we have given its a name, a bad review. And then we have review underscore df is equal to review underscore df, review column is bad review. So I am basically extracting only two columns from complete data frame. So consider this one, I want to keep only few columns, so I will just add the name of those columns, so that my data frame will show me only those columns, it will remove rest of the columns. So similarly I have done over here, I have written review column and is bad column, which I have just created, right? So then we have again written head. So at moment our data frame has value review and is bad review. I am so angry that I made this post available, it is negative review. So the review is a bad review is one, yes it is a bad review. No negative, no real complaint, complaint the hotel was, whatever the complete sentences, it is 0, which means the review is positive. Rooms are nice, but for Aldry it's bit difficult. So it is a neutral one, since I have not added any basically in between uh, segregation. So I will have only value 0 and 1. My room was dirty and I was afraid to walk. So it is negative. You when I booked with your company online or whatever, so it was the rating was not good, so it was labeled as 0. All right. So now we have done with basically the basic selection of our data and loading the data set which is required the most. Then we have sample data. So my data set is a little, you can say, the huge data set in quantity. So to reduce the size and increase computer power, as I am just doing in front of you, instead of writing, running my code, I am just rewriting it to save my time, and not rerunning the complete code. So sample data, what does mean by sample data? So sample data is basically a fraction of data, uh, basically covering the same population. That is a very famous technique in data analysis. So for example, if I say children, uh, mobile games for the children at the age of 5. So there are many games which are developed for the children for age of 5, so we can't choose every game. So we randomly select, for example, 100 games or 500 games to just do analysis, and that analysis would be basically vocalizing all games comes under similar category. So instead of uh, taking all data set and all reviews from data set, I'm just taking 10% of data, like one fraction of this data set. So I'm taking point 0.1. You can increase it, maybe 20% or 30% or 40%, depending upon you know uh, 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 sensitivity of data. For example, if we are using medical data set, so we can't replicate similar, even this similar passenger with a similar, you can say, treatment, because there could be many other factors also involving. So these type of cases are very rare. In generic purposes, we can take less fraction of data as well. Sorry. So I have taken 1% sample of dataset.